Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most organizations today are getting AI risk management wrong. Not because they don't care, but because they don't fully understand what to focus on. I've seen companies invest heavily in AI, deploy systems into production, and only later realize they've overlooked critical risks. Bias, lack of explainability, compliance gaps, and even security vulnerabilities. The problem is, these mistakes are not always obvious in the beginning. They show up later when it's too late, when decisions have already been made, or when regulators start asking questions. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the biggest AI risk management mistakes I've seen so you can avoid them and build a much stronger, more reliable approach. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the most common mistakes organizations make when managing AI risk, but also why these mistakes happen in the first place, and more importantly, how you can avoid them. This is especially useful if you're working in AI risk, compliance, or even leadership roles where you need to make decisions about AI systems. Avoiding these mistakes can save significant time, cost, and reputational damage. One of the most common mistakes is not having clear ownership of AI risk. In many organizations, AI falls between multiple teams: data science, IT, compliance, and business. As a result, no single team takes full responsibility for managing risks. Everyone assumes someone else is handling it. This creates gaps, delays, and confusion. When an issue arises, there's no clear accountability. To fix this, organizations need to clearly define who owns AI risk. This doesn't mean one person does everything, but there should be clear accountability supported by cross-functional collaboration. Without ownership, even the best frameworks and processes won't work effectively. Another major mistake is treating AI systems like traditional IT systems. While there are similarities, AI introduces unique risks that don't exist in traditional systems. For example, AI models learn from data, which means their behavior can change over time. They can also produce unexpected outputs, especially in generative AI systems. If you apply traditional risk approaches without adapting them, you'll miss these nuances. Organizations need to recognize that AI requires specialized risk management practices focused on data quality, model behavior, fairness, and explainability. Many AI risk assessments focus heavily on technical aspects, model performance, accuracy, algorithms, but ignore business impact. Risk is not just about whether the model works, it's about what happens when it doesn't. For example, a small drop in accuracy might not matter in one use case, but in another, like healthcare, it could have serious consequences. Organizations need to evaluate AI risk in the context of business impact, including legal, financial, and reputational implications. This shift in perspective is critical for effective risk management. A big mistake is deploying AI systems without considering explainability. If you cannot explain how a decision was made, it becomes very difficult to justify it to customers, regulators, or even internal stakeholders. This is particularly important in high impact scenarios like lending, hiring, or healthcare. Organizations need to ensure that AI systems provide a level of transparency that is appropriate for the use case. This doesn't always mean full technical explainability, but there should be enough clarity to build trust and accountability. Another common mistake is treating AI risk assessment as a one-time activity. Teams conduct an assessment before deployment and then move on. But AI systems are not static. They evolve over time as data changes and models are updated. This means risks can emerge or change after deployment. Without continuous monitoring, these risks go unnoticed. Organizations need to treat AI risk management as an ongoing process with regular reviews, monitoring, and updates. Finally, many organizations underestimate the importance of regulatory compliance. With frameworks and regulations like the EU AI Act emerging, compliance is becoming a critical part of AI risk management. Ignoring regulatory requirements can lead to penalties, legal issues, and reputational damage. Organizations need to proactively understand and align with relevant regulations rather than treating compliance as an afterthought. To summarize, the biggest AI risk management mistakes include lack of ownership, treating AI like traditional IT, ignoring business impact, not addressing explainability, treating risk assessment as a one-time activity, and overlooking regulatory requirements. Avoiding these mistakes can significantly improve how your organization manages AI risk and helps build more trustworthy AI systems. If you want to go beyond just understanding mistakes and actually learn how to build a structured AI risk management approach, I've created a complete course that walks you through frameworks, assessments, and practical examples. I've also included a free AI risk checklist that you can start using immediately. You'll find both links in the description below. And if you found this video useful, make sure to subscribe. I'll be sharing more practical insights on AI risk, governance, and security